Alright mate, how you doing? Welcome back to another video. Got a special one for you today because recently I got to meet Mr. Ryan Giggs and Mr. Gary Neville and make a video with them. Obviously these guys are legendary both in real life football and actually in FIFA. They are legends. So I'm going to show you what I got to do. I got to ask them some questions. It was really fun. One thing I will say is that this was actually filmed quite a while before Gary Neville got appointed as the new Valencia boss. So obviously I don't ask him about that because it hadn't happened at the time. But apart from that, it's really interesting. I actually asked them, as well as stuff about their football career, what they're thinking about being in the selfie squad, because they will now be eligible for my selfie squad. You'll see them in a future episode. Anyway, enough with the talk from me. Enjoy the video. Right guys, I'm joined by Mr. Ryan Giggs and Mr. Gary Neville. Guys, thanks for joining me. I've got some questions for you. First question I wanted to ask you is that obviously you got to play with some amazing players in your career. But there must be one or two people that you wish you got to play with, maybe that were part of your generation or played before you or after you. And if there was one player you could have played with that you never got to, who would that be and why?
It's a tough one, that. Player who I played against, who I would have loved to have been on my team, was probably Zidane.
Yeah.
Just an elegant player, brilliant player, big physical player, 6'2", but just a great touch, glides along the floor. So yeah, I would pick Zidane.
Okay. Is that the same for you, Gary? Or?
I'm going to go for one of the older players, probably someone from the Busby Bays maybe.
Yeah.
Or George Best.
Yeah.
Duncan Edwards. I'll go for George Best.
And he would have probably played in front of you as well as a right back, so you'd got to link up with him.
Yeah, I'd have covered his back when he went forward.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, good. All right, so obviously you finished playing now football, but since finishing, you've done a lot of different things within the world of football. You've done punditry, you've been involved in the management side, you're owners of a club as well, Salford. So which of those three jobs do you guys enjoy the most? What do you get most out of?
All of them. I think we were planning on finishing probably early 30s, and we were just planning our next stage in our career together. We did our coaching badges. Obviously, we're involved in a lot of stuff away from the game.
Yeah.
So, no, we just. I think we just both realised that we just didn't want to stop playing and then suddenly think, right, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So we prepared ourselves as best we can, but everything that we're involved in is different.
Yeah, and of course, Gary, you've got your punditry with Sky Sports, but you've got your England involvement as well. Do you find that those two jobs work well hand in hand or not?
It's been okay for 4 years. It's obviously not usual. I love Salford. I love going down to watch. It's like a detachment from sort of Premier League and the coaching side of things. I love all three, like Ryan as well. But I think Salford's the most interesting,
right?
Because of the challenge there, and the punch. I love watching the games, and I love being in the dressing room. The dressing room is a massive buzz before a big game. You know, Wembley, 75,000, 80,000, you think it's enormous, this, and you just feel like a real affection for the lads that you don't feel maybe when you're a player. Like, you always, as a player, look after yourself, and obviously you want your teammates to do well, but when you're a coach, you really want all of them to do well, and you want everyone to be looked after.
So I asked you who the best player you didn't get to play with was. You both stayed at United your whole careers. Who's the best player you played with when you were at Manchester?
I would say Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Who's
close to him?
Scholesy.
Scholesy, yeah.
Yeah, Scholesy was a player who could do anything, and usually whatever team Scholesy was on in training, they would win, whether it be a small-sided game or possession. He would control the tempo of the game and of possession. He was just a brilliant player.
Yeah.
But obviously Ronaldo, whilst at United and then since, has just gone on to be perhaps one of the greatest players that's ever lived.
Yeah.
So a phenomenon really, and just a brilliant player.
Was that the same for you, Gary, Ronaldo, Scholesy?
I always went, in my three, I've gone on record as saying it was Scholesy, Giggsy and Roy Keane. Ronaldo, I think...
He didn't say you though, that's a bit...
No, don't worry, I've got awareness. I think Ronaldo, for a period of 3 or 4 seasons, was out of this world, but the three I mentioned before did it over 10, 15, 20 years, and for that I think means a lot in terms of reproducing that performance. Ronaldo's sensational, one of the greatest players of all time, but I think I've got that level of loyalty to those three because of, you know, just playing with them over such a long period.
And talking about playing together such a long period, why do you think we see less players like yourselves now staying at clubs for their entire career?
I don't know if you do see less players staying at the clubs for a long career. It maybe seems that way. But I think that we were fortunate. I don't hold it against players who move clubs, as long as I think most players who move clubs are either doing it to better their football careers, win trophies, or maybe get a better contract as well, obviously. But generally it's to go to a better club that has got a better chance of giving them success. So we were always fortunate. We were brought up at a club where we had that ready-made for us. We'd supported the club, we lived near the club, and we were winning trophies. So we had everything in one. So I don't think I would ever look at a player and think, he was out of order because he moved, because he was trying to better himself. We didn't need to do that.
Right.
So I always question that one about whether it's loyalty, whether that's people looking to, you got offered a job tomorrow at Sky Sports, you'd move, wouldn't you?
Well, YouTube's pretty good these days. I definitely consider it. Consider it. All right. Well, we've talked about you being a one-club team. You're actually now
I've thrown you there, haven't I?
I didn't know if you had some inside information. Call me. You've talked about you being playing for one club your entire careers. You're now actually two club players because you're playing for the Selfie squad, which is my squad in FIFA. You're now eligible for as soon as we take a selfie. Spencer FC is the overall kind of channel. But I wanted your advice on the best way to use your individual player items in the game. What's the best way I can get the most out of Giggs on the left, Neville at right back? Your teammates, you've got your ex-Man United teammates Sheringham in there. You've got Gareth Bale in there, Welsh compatriot. You've got some great players in there. You've got players like Akinfenwa as well. I think you've met him before. Big lad. So I'll ask you first, Gary. You at right back, how should I use you?
In what way?
Are you doing forward runs? Are you overlapping your right winger? Are you staying
I'd
back?
overlap willingly and not get the ball, yeah.
Right, you make this unselfish.
I overlapped Ronaldo, Beckham and Kinchelskis for years without getting the ball. So I was very good at doing that.
I remember through cheeky 1-2s of you and Beckham. Yeah, a few.
I was more of a...
When did you overlap Kinchelskis?
Not that often. Because Brucey had me in the lead. No, I think for the first 5 years of my career I didn't go forward that much, and all of a sudden the game changed and I had to go forward a lot more, and got more confident, more belief, and got better going forward. But I think the best thing for me was just to I was more of a defensive right back in the early parts of my career and probably went forward more in the latter part of my career. Yeah. So it was, I would get the best out of me.
Well, put it this way, my current...
Keep me fit.
Keep you fit, okay, I'll give you plenty of fitness items then. My current options of playing in front of you, right mid, are Walcott, Townsend and Bale. Who do you think you'd have the most chemistry with?
If Bale cut inside his left foot, I could go round him.
Yeah.
If I was playing with Townsend, it would be the same. If I was playing with Walcott, I'd give him the ball and I'd stay back and support him from behind because I think he's that quick I wouldn't get anywhere near him.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. I'll bear that in mind. For you, Giggsy, we've got Gareth Bale near you. We've got a left back. You're going to have either Cresswell from West Ham or Ben Davies, another Welshman. Would you like that Welsh link with Davies?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, get as many Welshmen as you can.
Yeah. 3 Welshmen in the team is pretty good ratio.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. No, I think with Teddy in the team, I'd link up obviously with Teddy. He was a brilliant player to play with. Brilliant for a winger because you just play balls into him and it would stick, and he would bring you into the game. And it was just that link in between midfield and centre forward. So. We'd have a good understanding and get as many Welshmen as you can in the team.
Brilliant. Right.
We'd just be happy to be in the team. Who are your right backs?
You've got some competition to there. Nathaniel Klein and Kyle Walcott are available for selection. I'm
in the C team.
The Selfie squad C team. I'll get you in there, mate. Guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
So that is what happened when I got to meet Ryan Giggs and Gary Neville. It was a really good experience. Thanks to EA Sports for putting it all together. I wasn't just there to chat with them. I also saw a little bit of their EA Sports shoot, which they did where they talk about their Ultimate 11 team. I also then did a Q&A session in front of a live audience, asking them about their football career. And it was really nice to be on stage and share a stage with two massive footballing legends. That's it for the video for today. Hope you've liked it. If you have, please drop a like on the video. Subscribe for more. I'll see you next time. Until then, don't go changing.
Perfect, like next up, please.
Well done.
If any of you are in FIFA, I'll sort out my selfie squad.